This is the time of year when the NFL names finalists for its awards, leaving fans and players to agree or disagree with their decisions. Seahawks quarterback Tariq Woolen is a finalist for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Teammate Ken Walker is a finalist for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Geno Smith is a finalist for Comeback Player of the Year. All three Seahawks are hoping to hear their names called when the league announces its awards Thursday, February 9th, during the NFL Honors event. And then there's the category of NFL Coach of the Year, which may feature the toughest competition this category has had in years. The three finalists are the Jaguars' Doug Peterson, the Giants' Brian Daboll, and the 49ers' Kyle Shanahan, all warranted candidates. The league would have done itself a favor by having 5 candidates in this category. While the Eagles' Nick Sirianni deserves a mention, there are 2 glaring omissions from the list. The Lions' Dan Campbell and the Seahawks' Pete Carroll. Yes, Campbell may have gotten marked down for his team's 1-6 record to start the season. But think of the coaching job this guy did the rest of the way. Only one team in NFL history made the playoffs after a 1-6 start, the 1970 Cincinnati Bengals. Over 50 years later, the Lions were just overtime minutes from becoming the second team to pull off that feat. And then there's Pete Carroll. He parted ways with his 2 best players last spring. He ignored critics and decided to go all in on Geno Smith as his starting quarterback. He lost his starting running back just 5 games into the season and started 2 rookie tackles on the offensive line. And lastly, he coached a team that was projected to win no more than 5 games this season, and he led them to 9 wins and a playoff berth. At least give the man his props. Just to be nominated would have been somewhat of an honor. Pete has never won the NFL Coach of the Year award. In fact, past voting shows he never even came close. But you know, quite frankly, as the oldest active head coach in the league at 71 years old, he could probably care less. I can tell you this, having sat down with Pete week after week this season for our segment on Seahawks Central, I could tell he had a quiet, humble satisfaction about him from the success his team was having early in the season. He would never admit it, and that's fine. But it was there, just under the surface. Some people need constant recognition and acknowledgement in their careers. I see it every day in my business, and I'm sure you could name a few in your workplace as well. I'm not a Pete Carroll historian, but I'm pretty sure he's not that person. He doesn't need perpetual approval to excel in his job, and he certainly doesn't need a trophy or a plaque for affirmation. So he's not a finalist for Coach of the Year. So what? In his 13-year run as head coach of the Seahawks, his teams have missed the playoffs just 3 times. He'll be the first to tell you, winning games on Sundays for 13 seasons crushes winning a trophy on a Thursday night.